Very good morning, children. Very good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Today, the timetable has very good morning. A little change in the timetable. This class was supposed to be of physics, Mohit, and we have swapped the classes. I am now taking now, and after me, Mohit sir will take. So just swapping of the timing, nothing more than that. You please concentrate as you are doing usually. So I'll start with asking you, what do you see this on the board? So come on, who can answer? What do you see this on the board? Some hint is already there, but the name is not there. Such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful. If you give me, I will be very happy. I will consider it a very beautiful gift from you. I would be more happy if you give me when I was when I was in my wedding, on my wedding day. But otherwise also it is very beautiful. It was so lucky. So lucky. I cannot show you those two shrimp inside, but beautiful. Yes, please. Come on, you Plactella. You get the answer. It is Venus flower basket or U Plactella. Perfect answer. U Plactella or Venus flower basket. It is called the gift of Japan. Okay, please tell me the phylum where you find Chaetoplura. Animal name Chaetoplura. Any phylum? Chaetoplura. Chaetoplura. Priyanka. Check it once, Priyanka. Hafia, please check it once. Okay. Chaeto, Chaeto, Chaetoplura. Chaetoplura. Well, I think it is HVRD. He is right. HVRD is right. Okay. Chaetoplura. Why people are giving different answers? Let me just check what NCRT has given. NCRT has given this in. No, it is not Chaetoplura. Chiton. Chaetoplura. Chiton. Yes, Chaetoplura is correct here. And because we have not started that, that's the reason many people are not answering it. Okay. Tell me a similar looking name, Pleurobrachia. Phylum having Pleurobrachia. A similar looking name. These two names, even I got confused once upon a time when I was learning this chapter. Maybe you. Yes, that is Ctenophora. Yes, that is Ctenophora. HVRD, beta, you have to change because that was chiton and that is in mollusca, and Pleurobrachia, this is in Ctenophora. Okay, so just remember these two names. Okay, then another name is ankylostoma. Some people call it ancylostoma. Well, it's up to us. Ankylostoma. I'm looking into your eyes. Ankylostoma. Come on. And the common name also of ankylostoma. Ankylostoma. Did you answer the correct answer? Yes. Salar, I couldn't. Yes, it is hookworm. It is a roundworm. Helminthes, it is a hookworm. Ankylostoma, it's a roundworm. Well, very good. Dear children, I think we have to start with the mollusca. We have not started the mollusca yet. Okay, tell me. Do you know that? Give me name of any three economically important arthropods. Three economically important arthropods. Locusta is economically important. Yes, you are a Priyanka, you are right, Priyanka. Absolutely right. Locusta is economically detrimental. It can destroy the economy. You know that Some years back, Pakistan had famine, and you know what was the reason for the famine? The reason for the famine was locust attack. This is taken to be a big disaster, like a natural disaster. In North India, I'm not very sure about this place, but in North India, people are scared, the farmers are scared, because if there is an attack of Locusta group, they can destroy the crop in within some hours. And you cannot spray anything, you cannot beat them with lathis, or you cannot do anything to them once they come because of their number. They come in such a big group. Can you please tell me what is the term used for the animals who walk in or who move in group? What is the term used for? Yes, absolutely, Priyanka. Your answer is very fast and very right. And Samir, your answer is correct. HVRD, your answer is correct. Both the answers you have given, they are correct. Very good. Okay, herd, Raftalia, but a herd, yes, true. Herd of animal, but there is a biological term, and that is called gregarious. How to remember? G for group, G for gregarious. G for group, G for gregarious. Okay. Uh, One more question I am thinking of today. Name the phylum which possess neurons but no nervous system. Name the phylum which possess neurons but no nervous system. Let me check the first correct answer coming from. So far, no correct answer, beta. No nervous system. And Sasi, your answer is correct. SASI Sasi, and your answer is correct. Priyanka, what is your answer? Navya, your answer is correct. Gayatri, beta, correct answer. Sushma, correct answer. Priyanka, answer is yes, and your answer is correct. And now people are giving correct answer. Salar, bacha, that is the only phylum without neurons. Porifera is the only phylum which does not have any nerve cell. And the answer to this question is which has neurons but no nervous system. Because Coelenterata, these two bhai, these two brothers like Cnidaria and Ctenophora, I call them brothers, they have only tissues, they don't have any organ as such. So when they don't have an organ, how come they can have an organ system? Nervous system is an organ system. Therefore, and yes, they have neurons. They have got neurons. They have got nerve net. Nerve net, they have got apolar neurons. Apolar means without any polarity. Our neurons are polar because the impulses move from the cyton to the axon. So cyton or the dendrites is the afferent region, and axon terminal is the efferent region. So it has got two pole, afferent pole, efferent pole. We call them polar. But in case of the neurons in Cnidaria and Ctenophora, they are apolar, means impulse can move in this direction, it can move in that direction. Impulse can move in any direction. The network of nerve in Coelenterata is known as nerve net. That is the phylum characterized by nerve net. Very good. Phylum characterized by nerve net. So answer to the question having neurons but no nervous system is Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Better, these two are brothers. These two are brothers. Only one thing differ in them is that first of all their habitat. Their habitat, Ctenophora are only marine, whereas Cnidaria are, some of them are in fresh water. The prototype Hydra is a freshwater Cnidarian. That is one difference. Difference number two, I'm starting with the small differences. Difference number two, their reproduction. Ctenophora, they only reproduce sexually, only sexual reproduction. And the biggest difference is the difference number three, and that is the characteristic of these two phyla, right? So difference number three is that the characteristic of Cnidarian are the nidoblast, and the characteristic of Ctenophora are comb plates, comb plates. Am I correct? Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay. So yes, one more, but a bioluminescence, in that way we can take bioluminescence, that bioluminescence is very well marked in ctenophora. However, you can even see bioluminescence in other animals. For example, if I am having any picture, I'll show you the bioluminescence in a jellyfish. You can see the beautiful picture. This is Aurelia. Do you see this? This is Aurelia. Aurelia is the moon jellyfish. You know, this area looks like a moon, such a beautiful, and this is bioluminescence. Okay. So, bioluminescence is well marked in ctenophora. That is correct. But as such, bioluminescence is absent in Nidaria? No. There is beautiful, such a beautiful picture. This is showing bioluminescence. However, the ctenophorans, they have well-marked bioluminescence, okay? Then, well, I hope all the points are clear to everyone. And now, give me 3 examples of Nidaria and 3 examples of ctenophora, if you know. 3 examples of Nidaria, come on, Nidaria, 3 examples. Yes, Physalia, Shri, you are right, Physalia, and one more, 3 examples. Physalia, Panetula, okay, going very fast. Gorgonia, yes, it is Meandrina, very good. Obelia, very good. Obelia, good, okay. So these are the important names here. Adamsia, sea anemone, Panetula, sea pan, Gorgonia, sea fan, Meandrina, brain coral, Obelia, sea fur, Aurelia, moon jellyfish. Physalia is also called Portuguese man of war. It shows polymorphism. Adamsia, sea anemone, Panetula, sea pan, Gorgonia, sea fan, Meandrina, brain coral, and Obelia, sea fur, and Aurelia is moon jellyfish. Make sense? Okay? Done. Dear children, let us move further. We have to complete, the others also. Today, the target is to complete. Today, the target is to complete the non-chordates. To complete the non-chordates, ये क्या चीज है? Let's start here. Just a second. Okay. Later on, we will not be interrupted. And let's begin now. Okay. So, my theme, I like this theme. And, well, phylum Mollusca. Mollusca, commonly known as soft-bodied, shelled animals, shelled animals, shelled animals, soft-bodied, shelled animals. So they are characterized by a very soft body and the soft skin. You can see a very soft and spongy skin. They have got a very soft and spongy skin, which is known as mantle. Known as mantle. Soft and spongy skin known as mantle. Okay. So mollusca, they can be found in all type of habitat and mollusca, they can be found in every type of habitat. Then let us understand some more points about the mollusca, their body design. The body design is special. It has got 3 parts, okay? So there is the muscular foot. That means motility is quite good. Muscular foot. Then they have got a visceral. Visceral hump. Hump means projection of the back. Hump, some people have hump at the back, okay? Projection at the back or hump. So they have got a visceral hump because the visceral organs are there in the hump, and they have got a mantle. Okay? So let me show this. This is the muscular foot, and guys, this is their, okay, and space between here and here. So here they have a mantle cavity, and it is like having some tentacles also. These are sensory structures, tentacles also, and their tongue is very unique because their tongue has got teeth. Tongue has got teeth. This is the rasping organ, and beta, so this is the design of the body. Let me just mark them. This is the muscular foot. This is mantle, the skin, spongy skin called mantle. And what is this? This is a hump at the back, projection at the back. This is the visceral hump, okay? So let me write here, it's visceral hump. All the visceral organs, soft organs of the body cavity are called visceral organs. They can be found here. These are the tentacles. These tentacles, they help in, they are sensory. They are sensory tentacles, very special sensory tentacles. And this is the mouth with a tongue, a special tongue, and this tongue is having teeth. Tongue is having teeth. So this tongue is known as radula. This is for rasping, also known as the rasping organ. So no other phylum has got this type of structure of the oral cavity. Now a very important thing, and people have doubt in this one. Better see. Now in between the mantle and the visceral hump. So where is this? This is the one. Okay. So here is a mantle. On this side is a mantle, and this side is a visceral hump. This side is a visceral hump, this is a mantle. In between that, there is a cavity, and this cavity is called mantle cavity. This is called mantle cavity. A cavity is present called mantle cavity. And in this mantle cavity, there are gills, and very beautiful. They have got feather like gills. Okay. So they have got feather like gills, and these gills have both the functions. So they not only help in exchange of gases, but they also help in removal of the waste. If the waste is ammonia, no need to take any tension, because ammonia is so diffusible, it's so water soluble, it is so diffusible that it can be, it can be eliminated just by diffusion. This is their head. This is their head. I think the three parts of the body can be head. Okay, beta, sorry. This is head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. Head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. I'll put the numbers also. Head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. I think this is the order given in your textbook also. And beta, these are the gills. Okay, these are the gills. I think I have labeled all the structures. Once again, the body design, the special body design, and the body design is having three parts. They have got a head, they have got a visceral hump, and they have got a muscular foot. Now, this type of division of the body is a characteristic feature. It's a exclusive feature of the mollusca. And so this is a head region and radula. But radula is again an exclusive feature of mollusca. And these are the sensory tentacles on the head. Now this is the visceral hump, and this is the mantle cavity. This is mantle, this side is mantle, and this is a visceral hump, and between the mantle cavity. And these are the special feather-like gills. So this is their muscular foot. This is their muscular foot by which they can also cling to the surface and also can move. Now, and mantle. Now, beta, what is the secretion of the mantle called? Beta, the secretion of the mantle is the shell. So the shell is secreted by the mantle glands. Shell is secreted by the mantle glands. I know that you will be looking for the shell because they are the shelled animals. So I knew that, and mantle secretes the shell. So mantle secretes the shell. Mantle secretes the shell. And this shell is of CaCO3. It's a calcium carbonate shell. This shell is of CaCO3, calcium carbonate shell. So just this is your structure of a typical mollusca. I know that many, many variation can be found, but this is a typical structure. What is the function of the gills? Gills for respiration, for the respiratory gas exchange, and also for elimination. So also for elimination of their waste, excretion, also for elimination. Now I'll explain you radula. Radula or rasping organ, or it is a file-like. It is a file-like. Have you seen a file? Some tool makers, they take a tool as a, this is called file. Those who are ladies, they know file because very small paper-like file they use to shape their nails. However, in industries, these big type of tools, and with the tool, what do? They just grind something. They give shape, they do grinding. So those big one having chinna chinna teeth, that is known as file. This is a file. Acha, this is a file like. They say this is file like. That means it can also do scratching. And what is the advantage of doing the scratching? See, their food is that scratching only. That khurchan, Hindi we call khurchan. That scratching is their food. So that help in their feeding. This helps in their feeding. Feeding के लिए, feeding. Beta, I think all points are clear to you. All these points are clear to you. Capturing prey, rasping shell, okay? All these points are clear to everyone? Very good, okay? So the body design and how this is given in the textbook also. So I'll show you how it is given in the textbook. ये कहाँ गया यार? Actually, that time we opened in the PC portion, and to write, it is better to write in the Android portion. Anyways, and it is very easy to switch between them, very, very easy to switch between them. I think we went to Akinodermata, and here is the mollusca. These are the two mollusca. This is the apple snail, apple line, and this you everyone know. This is octopus. It is the second largest phylum of the animal kingdom. In the sea, they are the king of the sea, because they have so many organisms in the water. Okay, so second largest phylum of the animal kingdom. Mollusca are terrestrial or aquatic, marine or freshwater. A simple word for them that they live in all type of habitat. They have an organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Now, very important, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic. Triploblastic is okay. Bilaterally symmetrical and coelomate animals. Body is covered by calcareous shell and is unsegmented. Remember that this is unsegmented with a distinct head. So there is a distinct head, as I have shown that. There is a distinct muscular foot also, and a visceral hump. A soft and spongy layer of skin forms a mantle over the visceral hump. So there is a soft and spongy layer of skin. The skin is soft, okay, and spongy. Spongy layer of skin forms a mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. The space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. The space between the hump, this side is the hump, here is the hump, okay, hump, visceral organs, and this is a mantle. This is space. This is called the mantle cavity. And mantle cavity low, there are feather-like gills are present in the mantle cavity, and these gills have both the functions, respiratory as well as excretory function. Okay, bacha? So this space, the space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity, in which feather-like gills are present. They have respiratory and excretory functions. So both the functions, please underline this, they have both respiratory functions as well as excretory functions. The anterior head region has sensory tentacles. They have got sensory tentacles, as I have shown. The mouth contains a file-like rasping organ for feeding, and this is known as their radula. A file-like rasping organ for feeding. So that help in their feeding because they do rasping, and that whatever is the scratching, the scratched material, that they feed. So this is their special point. There are so many special points by which you can easily understand they are talking about a mollusca. Easily understand they are talking about a mollusca. Okay. So don't forget that they are bilaterally symmetrical and they are coelomate. Okay. Some are asymmetrical, and because they are asymmetrical, and this asymmetrical, some of them, and this is due to torsion, but but their primary symmetry, which is the symmetry of larva, their symmetry of larva, their primary symmetry of larva is bilateral. So primarily all are bilateral. Only secondarily, when the adults are formed during the developmental phase, there is twisting, torsion, twisting. We can also notice some twisting here. There is twisting or torsion. And because of this twisting, they have got asymmetry. I hope you understand. But this is very much bilaterally symmetrical. This is very much bilaterally symmetrical, without any doubt. Okay, children. So yes, coelomate and bilateral symmetry, these places student can commit errors, and they have a calcareous shell. The shell is made up of calcium carbonate, shank. I don't know what we call in Telugu, but shank. Okay. So this is a phylum where seep, seep means oyster, pearl oyster, seep, pearl oyster, shank. Okay, so these are the examples. Number one, the pila, which is apple snail. We have seen the pila apple snail. Then pink tada, which is the pearl oyster. Pink tada, pearl oyster. Different species of pink tada. Okay, so pink tada, pearl oyster. In this oyster, okay, one if some outside particle remains. So the tendency of it is to cover it by calcium carbonate layer by layer, layer by layer. And that itself becomes so beautiful. Actually, it is an artifact. Actually, it is an artifact. And they cover it by calcium layer by layer. And that looks so beautiful. We call them pearls. So actually, formation of pearl is their defense mechanism. They try to remain away by covering that whatever came inside. Uh, Minamata, sorry, not Minamata. What is a Japanese pearl called? Japanese pearl. I'm forgetting the name of Japanese pearl industry. Anyone can remind what is the Japanese pearl? Shankham. Okay, beta. Japanese pearl. What is the name? Uh, Japanese pearl. It will come. Don't worry. It will come. Muttayam. No. Japanese pearl. Okay. So actually, in Japan, okay, Shankham in Telugu. Good. So in Japan, a person has developed a trick and that person is actually doing this artificially. So he purposefully does that. And then the pearls are formed. So otherwise, you will find a pearl rarely. But here, he is making the pearl purposefully. In Japan, my dear children, pearls are used in ornaments. Pearls, pink tada, sepia. Sepia is cuttlefish. Sepia is cuttlefish. Now this guy has got ink glands. It has got ink glands, and it just fire the ink all around, a dark blue-black ink all around. Now this is a defense mechanism so that it can run away. It can run away from the predator. So which of them has ink gland? Sepia has got ink gland. This is called cuttlefish. Loligo. Loligo is squid. Octopus is devilfish. Octopus. Aplysia is sea hare. Aplysia. Dentalium is tusk shell. Dent means tooth. Tusk is a tooth. Tusk is a modified tooth. Okay. Tusk. Usually we use this tusk for elephant. Okay. So even elephant tusk like dentalium. This is the shape of dentalium like an elephant tusk. Therefore, it is called tusk shell. And Chaetoplura is chiton. The first question I asked today, even without seeing them. Okay. So let us, I'll ask you 3 questions. Tell me the name of pearl oyster, a very commonly asked question. Pearl oyster, come on. Pearl oyster. Pink tada, perfect answer, pink tada, pearl oyster. Question number 2, devilfish. Scientific name of devilfish. Octopus, octopus, very good, octopus, very good. Any other false fish in mollusca that you know? Any other false, so devilfish is not a fish. So, you know, like we can say jellyfish, ye fish nahi hai, they are false fish, right? Any other false fish you know which is a mollusca? Sepia, very good, sepia, that is cuttlefish, sepia, cuttlefish. And my last question is scientific name of sea hare. Scientific name of sea hare. Aplysia, very good, aplysia, perfect, perfect. And the last question is, give me the scientific name of chiton. Chiton, chiton. Scientific name of chiton. And yes, Priyanka, you are the first one to answer, and many people are answering. I'm not able to read the names, but I'm really very happy. This gives such a good feeling that the students are answering questions, and that is really, really good. All the best, children. These are the ones that will be asked in the examination. They will give them, they will give these in the picture, they will give them in the examination. Coming to their, I'll just want to add one point here. Their circulatory system is open type. In all the primitive one, it is open type, okay? But in some advanced one, in some advanced mollusca, they belong to the cephalopoda. In cephalopoda class, they have closed type. C for cephalopoda, C for cephalopoda, C for closed. Cephalopoda, C for closed. And you know who are cephalopoda? Okay, what is cephalo? Cephalo means head. Cephalo means head. What is poda? Poda means legs. Now you identify who is this guy? Okay, who is this guy? Come on. Now, this is means head over the foot. Cephalo over the poda. Cephalo over the poda. Yes, you're right, beta. This is the devilfish or octopus. All, even sepia also looks like this. Sepia and loligo. These three, loligo, sepia, and devilfish. Loligo, sepia, and octopus. These three, they have a closed circulatory system. closed circulatory system. Make sense? Okay. Now, in excretory system, they have given different names which are based on the scientists. Okay. So we will not be doing that because our NCERT has said that excretion is by the gills. So that's it. Now, some of them have got some scientific name that I'm not going to deal. Excretory system, the gills are helping in excretion, and believe me, that is the question that you are going to face in the examination. My dear children, that's all about this. So, what you will write if you are asked about the circulatory system, what you will write? You will write, sir, you will say this is open type, but in few of them it is closed. Okay, but then few and not is few and all, that is not given. Then what will you write? Then you have to go with the democracy, with the majority, and the majority of them have open type. Then your answer should be open type of circulatory system. Can you please tell me the circulatory system of arthropoda? Circulatory system of arthropoda and circulatory system of the annelida. Just write, so open, 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 close, closed, open, close, close, like that. Please write. Or you can even write O and C, I will understand. First, you have to write about the arthro and then about the annelida. Come on, arthro and annelida. Yes, good. Arthro and annelida, very good. Yes, very good. I'm not able to read your name so fast. Answers are coming, beta. Yes, Kalyani, your answer. Lavanya, Oppo, your answers are correct. Jyotika, Salar, Annelida is closed. Very good. And Annelida is closed and the arthropoda is open. Mollusca, open. Mollusca, open. Okay. Well, that's about the mollusca, my dear children. Let me come to Echinodermata. Echino means spine and derma means skin. Echino means spine, derma means skin. Now a very, very important point I am going to discuss here. So you will find that under the skin, you will find these ossicles, small bone-like projections. Under the skin, small bone-like projections, and these ossicles, little ossicles. This also provide them shape and the support. This also provide them shape and the support. Now, come on, tell me, what do you think about their skeleton? Is it exoskeleton or endoskeleton? Just give me your reflex first. Exo or endo? Exo or endo? Endo, exo, endo, exo, endo, exo. Beta, this is an endoskeleton. Though, because the confusion occurs because derma, skin, but inside the skin, bacha, this is their endoskeleton. Please underline, this is their endoskeleton. Endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles, and hence the name Echinodermata, spiny bodied. All are marine with organ system level of organization, exclusively marine. Just now we have seen the Ctenophora is another phylum in the non-chordates, which is exclusively marine, and this is also exclusively marine with organ system level of organization. The adult echinoderm are radially symmetrical, but larvae has bilateral symmetry. Adult are pentamerous radial symmetry, but the larvae primary symmetry. So beta, primary symmetry क्या होगा? Bilateral. And secondary symmetry. Secondary symmetry is radial. Secondary symmetry is radial in general. They are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Digestive system is complete with mouth in the lower ventral side and anus on the upper side. Mouth in the lower side and anus on the upper side. So when you see them, there's, because this starfish mostly live in the bottom of the water body, and you will find that underneath there is a mouth and anus. So shitting, it is what hole you can see from it, it is shitting. Okay, so with this weird example, just remember that they shit from the dorsal side and they feed from the lower or ventral side. The most distinctive feature of echinoderm is the presence of water vascular system. Bacha, this is water vascular system. In case of porifera, they have water canal system. When canal word is used, canal, porifera, vascular is vascular. Vascular means vessel. I'll tell you what vessel, why they are calling it vascular. I just tell you right now, Batikotu, water vascular system, which help in locomotion, capture, and transport of food and respiration. All functions, it is their lifeline. It help in locomotion, it help in capture of food, it help in transport of food, and also help in gaseous exchange. An excretory system is absent. Now, this is a special thing that they don't have an excretory system. Some people ask, sir, then anus is there, na? Beta, through anus we ingest. Excretion is not through anus. Excretion is a metabolic waste, and through anus, the undigested food comes out. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. Development is indirect with free swimming larvae. So here we can see development is not direct and indirect. It is always indirect. Golchidium larva, there's some veliger larva, Golchidium larva. So larva are very important here. Development is indirect with free swimming larva. Okay. So these are the important points here. And beta here they don't have any such circulatory system. In fact, all these works are done by their water vascular system. Water vascular system. So let us make a pentagon first. Okay. So ये क्या हो गया? इसको बनाओ pentagon. Let's make a pentagon. Okay. Pentagon like this. These are the tubes. In this pentagon, water will go through a tube. So it will go like this. This is at the right angle to the base, and now it is going parallel to this line. Because I am making it in 2 dimensions, therefore I am saying like that. Don't worry, I will show the good picture also. Better see, this is there. These are the radial canals which are going in each arm. These are the radial canals. At the bottom of these canals, the outlet for water is given. At the bottom, outlet for water is given. And very beautifully, they can help in steering. This can help in their steering, but steering, matlab they can change the direction, they can get a push while swimming in water. They can get a push while swimming in water. So this is their outlet. Now a doubt can come to your mind, sir, inlet, where is the inlet? Because this is the inlet. This madreporite is the inlet in, and through these out. And what is happening, beta? Suppose if it has to come up, then it will give a push. Water will go down, and it will get a thrust, it will be upward thrust, okay? It has to change the direction. So again, it will make the above one more exit of water and will stop from the lower one, and then it can take a turn, okay? Just like an aircraft is doing. An aircraft can also steer like that. 2 engines are there, and it can control the activity of the engine. So suppose if they decrease the engine of the right hand side, if they decrease the throttle of the engine of the right hand side, so the aircraft can turn. No doubt they have got a tail fin also. With the tail fin also it can steer, and it can steer with the engine. They can change the exit of air through the engine. So that technology already these guys have got, but that is they are doing in water. So this help in their locomotion, and therefore these are known as tube feet. क्या बोलते हैं बेटा? Tube feet. Tube-like feet are there. Through that water is coming out, beta. So this help in their locomotion. That's very distinctive feature given here. and also help in their exchange of gases, food capture, food enters the body, and also food is distributed all around the body. You can just imagine that this is starfish, and inside the body, they have got this type of, canal system. This is this type of vascular system. I told you I will show you the vessels. These are the vessels. This is a ring vessel, and these are the radial vessels. And then, so tube, vessels and a tube are there. I hope you understand this. And if I want to make the arm around it, so I can show this arm, and now it will be more clear to you. So water goes inside through this. There is an opening here by the side of the anus. Opening is here called madreporite. A funnel-like opening is there, and then distributed all around, and then coming out through these arm. Below the arm, it has got these exit, and those exit. With the help of those exit, it can help in its locomotion. And while I hope, guys, you understand this structure. So once again, let us see till where we have to read again. These animals have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles, and hence the name Echinodermata. This is clear. Here what we have to focus, endo. All are marine. This is also important. So far we have read two phylum in non-chordata, which are so far. We'll be reading more and more, but for one was Ctenophora, and this is Echinodermata with organ system level of organization. The adult echinoderm are radially symmetrical, but their larvae is bilaterally symmetrical. Special, they are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Digestive system is complete with mouth on the lower ventral side and anus on the upper dorsal side. So they shit from the dorsal surface. The most distinctive feature of echinoderm is the presence of the water vascular system. So this is their water vascular system, and this is the most distinctive feature. Yes, this is also exclusive feature here, and this is also an exclusive feature, that water vascular system, which help in locomotion, capture and transport of food and respiration. An excretory system is absent. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. I told you, internal fertilization in non-chordata, papa, porifera, platyhelminths, aschelminths, and arthropoda. Only these four phylum. Remaining all is external fertilization. Development is indirect with free swimming larva. Examples, now examples, asterias. Ester matlab star. Ester, star, asterias, like a star, starfish. Echinus is sea urchin. Echinus or echinus, sea urchin. It has got urchin like, urchin. Like urchin means like a, we can say, a lantern shape. And inside there is a flame, it's a lantern shape, urchin. And this looks like that, and therefore it is called sea urchin, echinus, sea urchin. I have also taken this in my hand, and I have picture also in Facebook by keeping this in my hand. I went to one place. Anti-dawn, dawn of the water, sea lily. Anti-dawn, dawn, lily, don't be silly. Dawn, dawn says, lily, don't be silly. Cucumeria, sea cucumber. Cucumber. Cuckoo FM, Cucumeria, sea cucumber, Ophiura, brittle star, Ophiura, okay? Or Ophio means snake, Ophio means snake, okay? So this is also called serpent star, snake-like. So they are thin, na? So when they're moving in water, they are snake-like. Ophiura. Ura means tail. Snake-like tail. Snail-like tail. Now what happens that beta? This sometimes breaks because it is very thin. It breaks. Okay. Very quickly it breaks. and therefore it is known as the brittle star. However, this breaking is not a problem to them. This breaking is advantage to them. This can help them to escape when this is just doing the wriggling in water. This tail, the predator jump over the tail, and in that time they can escape, and no problem, they can develop one more arm. Arm can be developed, but if the life is gone, then who will develop? So this is a distinctive feature here. They can break it. This is called defensive mimicry. Okay, so Asterias, starfish, Echinus, sea urchin, Antidon, dawn, sea lily, Cucumeria, cucumber, and Ophiura, Ophio, snake-like, also called serpent star, and because they are thin, it is brittle star. It is called brittle star, thin. Brittle matlab which can break easily. Brittle means which can break easily. My dear children, these are the echinoderms. I hope I have made you understand all of them. Echinoderms and hemichordata. If you give me some minute so that I can complete all these non-chordates. Today, hemichordata, it's again, earlier we considered them to be in chordata. Earlier, we consider, just 5 more minutes, beta. We consider them to be in chordata, but later on we found that it was mistake. The chordata must have a notochord, and they do not have a notochord. So the notochord that we are understanding them, they have the anterior region. The notochord is actually a buccal diverticulum. A buccal diverticulum is just like, the buccal cavity, and then there is a tube coming, invaginating from inside, and then there is a diverticulum, a small tube-like, which is closed at one end and open in the buccal cavity. So this is a buccal diverticulum. They have buccal diverticulum. I hope you understand. Okay. So this buccal diverticulum is therefore called stomochord, and not notochord. Stomo means mouth. With that, you can understand it's a buccal diverticulum. Hemichordata was earlier considered as a subphylum under phylum Chordata, but now it is placed as a separate phylum under non-chordata. Hemichordates have a rudimentary structure in the collar region called stomochord, a structure similar to the notochord. Okay, so this stomochord is present in their collar region. But one thing I want to confess here is that in previous NCRTs, they have not labeled this diagram, but now they have labeled this diagram. And in this labeling, there is a biggest error. I don't know how dare they can do such mistakes. If a mistake is done, rectify it. This is an air traffic controller. He says, okay, I have done a mistake. No, your mistake can turn into disaster. Hundreds of passengers, they are actually dependent on their pilot, and the pilot is dependent on what you are saying. So your thing, it is just like an air traffic controller mistake. Locomotion, yes, very good. My dear children, just what is the problem I am finding here? In the previous NCRT, they have not labeled. And now they have labeled and they have done a, this is not the collar. This is the collar. Nape. This is their gills. Gills. But what to do? They have done like that. You can Google any geological site, any invertebrate, any page dependent on hemichordata. You can Google, you'll find proboscis collar. This motum is the trunk. And these are the gills. What to do now? Only I can say that follow this till the Rectification has not come. Let us follow this. So proboscis, they are thinking this is collar. And you know what they are thinking? They are thinking this as the stomachord. Itna bada nahi hai stomachord. This is not their stomachord. Stomachord is just here in the collar region. It's just here. Okay. They are thinking this as a stomachord and therefore they have labeled. How, I mean, if you have done a mistake, rectify. Say sorry, rectify. NCRT has done several rectifications. NCRT does the rectification without telling anyone. Silently they do rectification. So you are not sure that you are having a copy, having a mistake or not. Recently, a rectification told to me by my student, I was teaching them the nephron, and in the nephron, I said that this diagram is correct, but the theory is they are saying wrong. In the theory, they are saying that the PCT, potassium is having, in the PCT, potassium is secreted as well as reabsorbed. Now, why this drama is either it is secreted or it is reabsorbed? Why it is both? But actually, in the diagram, it is correct. So actually, in the PCT, potassium is not secreted. Potassium secretion occurs in the DCT. I used to make a small comment here. Recently, when a student has shown me, sir, whatever you are, this is the correction they have. Even I was not aware. I was not, even my copy also had the mistake which I am carrying. Then I have downloaded the correct copy and I have underscored and annotated in the correct copy. So they do this, even no one is aware about what rectification they are doing. But this is a mistake, what to do. Anyways, let us follow all this. Hemichordates have a rudimentary, this is the notochord. It is not a notochord, it's a stomo. Stomo means mouth. It is a buccal diverticulum. The phylum consists of a small group of worm-like marine animals. Bacha, this is the third phylum, which is purely marine. The third phylum, which is exclusively marine. In the non-chordates, the Ctenophora, the Echinodermata, and the Hemichordata. These three are exclusively marine phyla. With organ system level of organization, they have bilateral symmetry. Triploblastic coelomate, the body is cylindrical and is composed of an anterior proboscis. The body is cylindrical, worm-like, and is composed of an anterior proboscis, a collar, and a long trunk. Anterior proboscis, a collar, and a long trunk. I will keep on writing to the NCRT. Don't worry. Let us see. Maybe by the end of this year, maybe they will rectify it. Anterior proboscis, collar, and a long trunk. Circulatory system is of open type. Respiration takes place through gills. These are the gills. Okay, so these are the gills. These are pharyngeal gills. Pharyngeal gills. And this is supposed to be present in the chordates. Beta, therefore, hemichordata is considered to be a connecting link. It is a connecting link between chordates and non-chordates. It does not have a notochord, therefore we are keeping them in non-chordate. However, it has got pharyngeal gills, and one more thing, it has got dorsal nerve cord. The dorsal nerve cord. Now these two are chordate characters. Pharyngeal gill slits and dorsal nerve cord. These two are chordate characters. So we can consider this to be a connecting link between chordates and non-chordates. Please understand, please note down these points. Excretory organ is proboscis gland. So in the proboscis at the anterior, there is a small kidney-shaped structure, and this is their proboscis gland. This is helping in excretion. Remember, this question can be asked and will be asked. I am telling you, this can be asked, this will be asked, this will be asked. Hashtag 2 times, hashtag. Proboscis gland, sexes are separate. Fertilization is external in water. Development is indirect. So both Echinodermata and Hemichordata, they have indirect development. Example, Balenoglossus, okay? So when he buy the Maruti Baleno, so he is glossus. He want to change the name. He say, okay, I will not call it Bellino, I will call it Baleno. Okay, so he bought a car called Maruti Baleno Glossus. Another one is Secco Glossus. Saccoglossus, sac like saccoglossus, bellinoglossus. These are also called tongue worm. These are also called tongue worm. This looks like their tongue, however, it is proboscis, not a tongue, but this looks like a tongue. Therefore, all these hemichordates are known as tongue worm. Therefore, in all the name, glosso word is there. Glosso. Glosso means tongue. Glosso means tongue. Tongue worm. Beta, that's all about the non-chordata. Non-chordate phylum are all here. With this, we come to the end of non-chordata, and on the next turn, we'll be starting with the chordates. In the coming test, what is coming up to the osteoichthyes. So very little part is coming. More than that, my dear children, some 7-8 students have given me their names and their number, WhatsApp number, and for sending them the assignments. So sending them in all, what I did, I made a group of them. I saved them as LT online like that, and I have made a group of them so that in one group I can send and all of them, they can get it. If more of you want to add in that group, you can just share me your number. I will keep on adding whatever something, even information. Even I have also shared the question paper, recent question paper, along with some corrections are there in the key, all I have shared. All the very best, children. God bless you all, and we will meet on the next turn. Bye-bye. Take care. God bless. I have been given a signal by my team members. My team members, they gave a signal that the class is over, but I have some time, so why not to utilize that time better? Those who are there, we can do some bits with them. Let us utilize the time. My team member has given me a signal of class time getting over. Maybe it was my misunderstanding. So what I'll be doing, I'll be keeping this part, I will hide this part, and you have to answer you have to give the answer. And what I'll do, I'll hide this part. So only visible part is a question and not the answer. Because the answer is written on the right hand side, so what I'm doing, I'm just giving you the question and not the answer, okay? And later on, you can write the answer by the side. What is coming? It's coming like this, okay? Done. Okay. Question number 1 says, members of which phylum are commonly known as sponges? In such an easy question for our children, answer is Porifera. Which type of symmetry is mostly found in sponges? In most of the sponges, they have got asymmetry. They don't have a symmetry. Presence of water transport system is characteristic of which phylum? It is of phylum sponges. What is the name of pores through which water enters into the body of sponges? What that the name is? Come on. And even ostia. Very good. That is ostia. And the water comes out through osculum. Question number 5. What is the name of pore through which water comes out from body of sponges? That is osculum. What is the name of central cavity found in the body of members of the phylum Porifera? Come on, what is the name of the central cavity? Very easy to spongocoel. Spongocoel. What is the function of water canal system in sponges? So NCERT has given 3 functions. That is their lifeline. I call it their lifeline. 3 functions NCERT has given. Yes. Very good. Respiration, food capture. Very good. Respiration, food capture, and one more. Removal of waste, excretion. Very good. Food capture, then respiratory gas exchange, and removal of waste or excretion. So the main functions are done by the water canal system. And which phylum is water vascular system? And I know that my student will answer it is Akinodermata. What is the name of cell those line the spongocoel? Anyone who can tell me the name of the cells? Question number 8. Let me see who can write question answer to choanocytes. Very good. They are also called collar cells or choanocytes. Choanocytes. Good. Name the structures which support the body of sponges as a skeleton. So, what is their skeleton? First of all, exoskeleton or endoskeleton, beta? Exoskeleton, endoskeleton. Tell me. It is endoskeleton. And can you please tell me the 2 main things that give them endoskeleton? One is spicules and one fibers, spongin fibers. Fibers are made up of, yes, spicules and fibers. Very good answer. Perfect answer. Fibers are made up of protein, perospongin, and spicules are made up of silica and calcium carbonate. Siliceous or calcareous. Siliceous or calcareous spicules. And they provide a network inside the body, which is their endoskeleton. The animals which don't have separate sexes are known as, they are called hermaphrodite, monoecious. Hermaphrodite, also called monoecious, also called bisexual. Monoecious, bisexual, hermaphrodite, all three mean same. Monoecious, bisexual, hermaphrodite, okay? So let us make a trick of it. Monoecious or bisexual or hermaphrodite, MBH, okay? MBH, they all mean same thing. These all are equal, okay? MBH, HMB, anything, you can make a trick of it and learn it. Or BHM. Anyone want to share any trick here? Anyone wants to share any trick? MBH, BHM, MBH, HMB, HMB. There is a music system called HMB, and that is Humby, okay, Humby. Very good. Humby, HMB, Humby, okay, Humby, HM and B. Humby makes sense. Okay, good. The animal which don't have separate sexes are called as hermaphrodite. When development of an organism occurs through larval stage, then this type of development is called as indirect development. Which type of symmetry is found in coelentrates? They have radial symmetry. What is the name of cell that is used for defense purpose in coelentrates? Come on. Name of cell that help in defense purpose. Come on. 5 more minutes, 2 more minutes. That is nidoblast. Nidoblast. Very good. Nidoblast. Which cnidarian possess a skeleton made up of calcium carbonate? A skeleton, exoskeleton made up of calcium carbonate. Coral, very good. C for coral, C for colonial, and C for calcium carbonate. C for coral, C for colonial, and C for calcium carbonate. Very good. The alternation of polyp and medusa form in coelentrates is called as, alternation of polyp and medusa in coelentrates is called as metagenesis. Which organism is also known as Portuguese man of war? P for Portuguese man of war, P for Physalia. Members of which phylum are commonly known as sea walnut or comb jellies? Sea walnut or comb jellies? Come on. Sea walnuts or comb jellies, and answer is Tinophora. What I am thinking, bacho, I am thinking that whatever we have done today, because these are very simple, already you have written the test about them. Whatever you have done today, okay, so we will do them, and so we will start from the mollusca. I think that will be better, okay? So question number 34. Name the second largest phylum of animal kingdom. Answer is mollusca. And you can be as short as possible. I will accept that. Mollusca, M-O-L-L, very good, makes sense. The soft and spongy layer of skin over the visceral hump of mollusca. Come on, what is the name of the skin? Over the soft and spongy mantle. Mantle. In which phylum the mantle cavity is found in mollusca? A mantle cavity is found. A mantle cavity is present between the mantle and the visceral hump. It is present between the mantle and the visceral hump. This is a mantle, and he said is a visceral hump, and this is their mantle cavity having feather-like gills. Okay, here is the head. Today only we have shown that, and it's looking like a tortoise. Okay, but then this is their tongue, radula, and this is their muscular foot, and tentacles can be found here. Tentacles. Okay, so in which phylum a mantle cavity is found? Mollusca. What is the name of file-like rasping organ found in mollusca? Yes, that is radula. Very good. Animal of which phylum are reared for production of pearl? Which phylum reared for mollusca? And very good, mollusca, and that is pearl oyster. This is pink tada. Pink oyster, pink tada. I'm just giving this only. I don't know what is pink. It is not pink. Pink tada, it is pearl oyster. In which phylum the spiny-bodied organisms are found? Spiny-bodied, spiny-skinned. Beta, I'll just spiny-skinned. Come on, spiny-skinned. Come on. Echinodermata. Acha, this spine, these are endoskeleton or exoskeleton? Come on. Endoskeleton or exoskeleton? Endoskeleton. Good. Endoskeleton. In which phylum organism alter their symmetry from bilateral to radial during the development? Very good. Bilateral, the bilateral symmetry is there. Primary symmetry, and radial symmetry, beta, is there. Secondary symmetry. Come on. Answer? Echinodermata. I know it is going very simple, but yes, learning, our connections are getting stronger and stronger. The connections between the neurons are getting stronger and stronger by this exercise also. Members of which phylum have ventral mouth and dorsal anus? Ventral mouth and dorsal anus, Echinodermata. Yes, they shit from the dorsal surface. That's what the weird thing I told. Water vascular system is a characteristic of Echinodermata, and water canal system is of Porifera. Name the excretory organ of balano. Very good question. Excretory, or I can give this question in the coming test. Balanoglossus excretory organ. Yes, proboscis gland. Proboscis gland, that is in the proboscis part. Proboscis gland. Good. Which subphylum are classified under protochordates? Well, we have not done, but anyways, if you want to share the answer, two subphylum under the protochordates, anyone? U and C. U and C. Yes, Sojanya. Del, your answer is correct. Urochordate and cephalochordate. UC, urochordate, cephalochordate. Yes, your answer is correct. Urochordate and cephalochordate. From here, we will start on the next turn, my dear children. And now the correct timing is over. Earlier, I got a miss. The person came in, I thought the time is over. And that's why I complete the class. Anyways, we have also done them. And now, God bless you all. We'll meet on the next turn. Bye-bye. Take care.